Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adelaide and I am a business coach. On this channel, I talk about a lot of the African fashion industry, the e-commerce world, entrepreneurship, the journey in general, and the social media strategy. Now, I know I've been quiet for a very long time, okay, and that's because my family and myself as well, we got COVID-19 a couple of months ago, and it just kind of took a really long time to just get back to normal. I'm feeling really okay within ourselves, but I'm fine now and I'm back for good, back to giving you guys loads of content, strategies, tips, information that will help you to move forward while you're building your online business. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel right underneath this video, okay? Also, today, I want to talk to you guys about how to implement and create your own social media strategy. Now, if you're looking into building your online business, whether you'll be selling product, physical product, digital product, or anything that actually involves you being behind your camera, your device, and trying to get customers over the internet, then you need to make sure you actually have in place a way to capture lead customers by using many social media. And I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about. So I'm referring to using platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Reddit, what else do we have? TikTok, and so on. YouTube even as well could be an amazing platform for your business, depending on what you're selling and depending on who you're trying to target. Now, the problem is that I've seen a lot of clients coming to me telling me they've been posting on Instagram 3 times a day, they're trying to be visible, they're trying to use Facebook and all of that, but then somehow they're still struggling to actually get their product sold. And that is something I really want to talk about a little bit more today. Now, when I tell you go ahead and create a social media strategy, I'm not referring to just you waking up in a day, start posting 2 or 3 times a day, and then just kind of hoping to see people coming towards you about your product. It doesn't really work like that. Whatever you do within your business, it needs to be very intentional, which means it requires loads of planning, okay? You're literally writing down your ideas, see how they can work together, okay? And then before you go ahead and do anything, you need to make sure you actually have something like a business plan that you go by. That's what I call the social media strategy. So for example, if you're looking into mainly using Instagram, okay, you want to make sure you're looking into all the different features of Instagram, so you can be posting on your feed, on the Insta story, on your IGTV, on the reels. Okay, we're gonna write in your bio what kind of picture you're going to be using in your bio, what kind of hashtags you'll be using if you're gonna be using any, what kind of pictures and video you post depending on what or who you're trying to target. Now, why is that important? Because you need to realize that not all customers, they are on the platform you believe they may be. Now, as you being the business owner, it becomes your own job to do some research and finding out exactly where your customers are hanging out. So, for example, your customer may be more likely to spend more time on Instagram and Snapchat. Then you got to make sure that your own business is also on those 2 platforms. There's no point you being on TikTok if you're mainly focusing in targeting women between 40 to 70 years, because they're less likely to be on those platforms compared to using Facebook and Reddit, for example, okay? So you need to make sure you know exactly what platform you'll be using. And then once you have decided, you need to go ahead and start thinking about 4 different aspects of you writing your social media strategy. Okay, ready? You got a pen ready? Cool. So number 1, you need to think about your business objective. What exactly you're trying to achieve within your business. Number 2, you'll be looking into social media goal, which actually goes hand in hand with your business objective, but it's just a little bit more of a simpler way to describe exactly what is your final goal. Number 3, you have to think about the metrics. So your metrics are going to help you to understand how you can measure whatever goal you're trying to achieve and if it's working. So if you're anyway close by, if you're able to, let's say for example, you're looking into trying to grow your brand, okay? So growing your brand will actually be your business objective. Now your social media goal is going to be awareness. Because if you're looking into growing your brand, then obviously your mind, you're thinking more people need to become aware of what you are selling, of your business, okay? And how you can help solve the problems of your dear customers. Now, as you can see, you have noticed that your social media goal does go hand in hand with your business objective. Now, your metrics are going to help you to find out whether you're able to really improve your awareness or not. So in this particular instance, your metrics are going to be mainly how many likes you get in your content, how many comments you get in, how many shares, and how many new followers. Because these 4 different metrics, they're very clearly telling you how your brand is doing when it comes to awareness. Are you able to reach new people on a daily basis? If you cannot get new people, are you able to keep on building a relationship between your brand and your new leads? Okay, are they responding to what you're posting? Are they liking back? Are they commenting back? So all that information will actually help you to understand whether your posting is working or what is not working. And then the last bit is going to be your content ideas. Now, what I like to do personally, I like to really think about this way before I go ahead and start using a whole new platforms. My advice is to start by using at least 2 different platforms for your business. So whether you want to be using Facebook and Instagram or Snapchat and Reddit or whatever is it that you find easier, go ahead, do some research, find out all the features that you can use within that particular platform, and then just start by you playing around it as soon as possible, I would say. So as soon as you're ready to actually start looking into working on your brand, that you should start looking into getting and building your awareness. Okay, so it's not right to wait until you're ready to launch, because when you're ready to launch and nobody knows about you, nobody will buy your stuff. All right, cool. By the way, guys, I've written down what I'm going to be talking about today because I want to make sure I'm really going through all the notes. So you're not going to see me just looking down here. When I do that, I'm just kind of just checking quickly what I'm going to be talking about. Fine. So one of our main business objectives are growing your brand. Now, the second one that I believe is also very, very important is how to turn your followers into, no, actually, is it? You have to turn your customers into advocates. Now, what does that mean? What that means is that you're trying to make sure your customers become your #1 fans. Because think about it this way, if you can actually have at least 30 people, okay, that are always liking your content, always commenting underneath your post, they're always sending you DMs, or they're all kind of acting like they are being they kind of act like they are your main paid ambassadors because they love your product, they love your brand, they stand by the values that you're standing with your own business, and because of that, you always have some sort of business coming through from these people. Now, these kind of people will also be the ones that are going to tell their own family members, their own friends about your business, as long as you're able to keep on delivering and you're able to make sure these people feel wanted, they feel seen, they feel loved while you're building your business, right? So now what I'm talking about mainly, guys, is engagement. So when you're planning to, as a brand, when you're planning to turn customer into an advocate, you need to make sure you're really just going hard in talking about a little bit more about your brand. Okay, why is it important? Why is it so special to you? And it's also kind of good to sometimes highlight your followers. Sometimes I see brands do this thing where they actually every week they're probably having a giveaway to the people that commented the most, people that liked the most, or just kind of any way to get the followers more involved than just liking or commenting. Because when you're doing that, you're building a community, you're building a fan base, something that's going to last you for a very long time, and that will even help you moving forward to spend less money in marketing, but just kind of putting in more time in building the loyalty between your brand and your customers. So metrics will mainly be comment again, likes, and mentions. Now, why do I say mentions? Because usually these people, your #1 fans, they will be kind of glad to either mention in other people, in other accounts pages, something like checkout, XXX. They do this in case you need to. Or if a girl, for example, is posting a picture with her skin, talking about how she's struggling with hyperpigmentation, for example, someone just be saying, oh my gosh, don't worry about it. I know them as a new brand XYZ. I had the same problem. I bought the product. Everything was gone within a couple of weeks, and I'm so pleased. So just because you were able to deliver result for the particular customer, they'll be very much happy to even mention it to other customers. Now, one thing is that don't feel like you need to rely on those kind of mentions. If it happens, amazing. If it doesn't, do not worry. Because people, I don't know why is that, but when they have a bad experience with a brand, they'll be the first person to tell the whole world, to write a negative review. I mean, I've experienced it, to write a negative review and tell everybody how they should not buy from you. But when they have a good experience, so they received the item on time, the items did whatever it's expected to do, and was in good conditions, they may not tell other people about it. But now when they had an excellent customer service and you're always working on in building a relationship, then they'll be a lot more willing to actually tell the loved ones about this particular brand. So even though you may actually do all those things and you don't really feel like they are mentioned as much as they should, don't worry about it. Always focus on you building your brand, focus in trying to reach new customers, new leads, and then make sure you understand that someone that just sees your brand the very first day may not be as ready to buy from you compared to someone who has heard from you through a friend and who have actually has had a recommendations, which tells them you are trustworthy. They should definitely shop with you and they will be satisfied. Okay, cool. Now the third point that we have today is how to drive leads and sales. Okay, so that also should be a whole different business objective, because we talked about engagement, we talked about awareness, and they are also very important depending on what stage you are with your business, and also depending what stage your customers are or getting to know you. So what I mean is that ideally every day you should be working on in building awareness. Okay, push your brand awareness, make sure more people get to know about you, because you kind of going to reach that stage where you kind of have like a clear ceiling, and then once you keep advertising to your current followers, your current fans, you need to start looking into other pots, other places where you can find potential customers that may have your own pain points, may have the problems that you can actually solve. All right, so because of that awareness, and that should really be going on a daily basis, and that can be done in different ways. It can be through your email list, it can be through your posting schedule, it can be through the kind of videos you're posting. Okay, it can be you by just posting a picture of yourself, you being the founder, and that can really help your brand to be a little bit more humanized than just you always talking about we like this, we do this, we do that. Just kind of put it something like, hi, I'm Adelaide, I'm the founder behind this brand, actually makes you a little bit more credible. It makes people feel more relaxed to buy from you because they know there's someone behind that website. There is someone that will actually deal with the orders and will actually take care and fulfill the orders in general. All right, again guys, nowadays on the internet we have so many scammers, and because of that, people need to feel relaxed, people need to feel okay, people need to trust you before they're ready to open the wallet and just smack the bank card on your website. Okay, cool. So the third objective today is going to be drive sales and leads. Just kind of what they say, drive leads and drive sales. Now, what is the difference between driving leads and drive sales? When you're driving leads, you're potentially just helping to promote those leads among a customer journey. Now, your customer journey is basically going to be the journey that people do from when they get to know about your brand until when they are ready to buy your products. So, as I was saying a few minutes ago, almost nobody that sees your brand the very first time will be happy to buy straight away, or else using Facebook ads, and you are very good in target, which is kind of really what I do. So with Facebook ads, you can target people that are going to be more likely to convert straight away as soon as they see your ad, they land on your website and they find what they're looking for. But usually, if you just use social media to try to get organic brand awareness, then you may need a little bit more time than just one day to convert a lead into a sale. So you need to be driving leads, and you got to be driving also sales. So what does that mean? When you're driving leads, you're essentially helping your customers to feel more relaxed to buy from you, to get them to know you. And that'll be your own chance so we can just show your expertise within the industry. So whatever you're selling, you should kind of have some type of knowledge about it. Okay, don't just sell because you need the money and you know it's working. Make sure you do some research to make sure that you actually be more advantage, you got the upper hand. And when people ask you questions, you can call someone that actually knows what they're saying about, and that knowledge makes people feel more comfortable to go ahead and buy your products. Okay, so in that case, you need to be showing literally your collections, okay, your advantages of buy from you, what people buy from you, reviews, testimonials, videos, pictures of past custom buy from you, and telling everyone else how they love whatever they got from you. Okay, all that information usually can actually really help you to push your brand forward and to make sure people go from knowing you to thinking, okay, cool. So she actually has had other customers that bought what I'm about to buy, and they've been happy with the service, and they'll be probably more likely to come back to. When it comes to your online business, there's something you need to remember. People go from becoming aware of you to liking you to trusting you and then to buy your product. No one goes from knowing who you are, depending on the circumstances, but usually people don't go from not knowing who you are to buy from you straight away. It doesn't really work like that. Or else they've had the recommendation, which means they've already been propelled down the customer journey map, and that they are more likely to make a purchase kind of off the recommendation. All right. So when someone just lands on your Instagram page today, for example, and they're looking at your feed, they're thinking, fine, I like these pictures, I like this product, I may want to buy one day, it's looking interesting. Let me just kind of just follow them for the meantime and then see what else they got to offer. As you keep on posting on a daily basis, they'll be noticing your content. They may like, they may share, they may save it, they may comment, okay? And you want to go from posting pictures of your product to now be posting review testimonials, and then to now be posting maybe a little incentive to make sure they go ahead and buy straight away. That is something you want to really make sure you do want to do with your brand. Okay, you need to kind of really have need to make sure that you understand how customers think, how they process information, and how and when they feel ready to actually go ahead and give you their money. That is why I talk about a lot about actually creating your own social media strategy. And in that particular table, you want to make sure you think of your business objective, your social media goals, your metrics, and your content ideas. So whatever content you're going to be posting, creating, scheduling, that will help you to go straight onto you getting a sale quicker, you getting your leads, you getting more visibility, more awareness, more trust, or more returning customers. Now, the last point I got for you guys today is how to improve your customer retention. Now, I see a lot of people, you got your online store, it's going okay, you're selling, but for some reason, people don't come back. And honestly, if you're building a brand in that way, that'll become very, very expensive on the long run to maintain it. Because what it means is that there's actually a problem between the sales session until when they receive the item. Why don't they come back to buy more from you? What is the problem? Do you take too long to ship out your items? Do you maintain any form of communication between your brand and your customers that made the purchase? Does the packaging get to them in bad conditions? Does the packaging get to them with a very funny odor? Do they actually receive what they bought? Have they tried to email you and you're not able to get back to them? So you need to kind of really think about what is that you're doing that doesn't allow you to have a returning customer. Maybe your stock comes from a supplier that's not actually giving the very best that's in the market. But because you don't know what else is out there, you can't just think you got the best that could be possibly available. Whatever that is, you need to do your own research, find out what is the problem. With my e-commerce guys, I found it a lot more easier to keep on remarketing to people that spent over £400 from me, that keep on trying to get new customer, new leads. Because getting new leads is expensive. That's the bottom line, it's expensive. But getting someone who bought from me the very first time and they've been happy and they came back to buy more and more, I know they love my brand, I know they're happy with my service, and they will keep on referring my brand to other people. All right. So because of that, I strongly believe it's very important to make sure you do have a plan in place to create returning customers. When you have a brand and you're mainly focusing on getting new people on a daily basis, that becomes expensive, that becomes exhausting. You somehow can start feeling like you don't always know what to do. Okay. And it shouldn't really be like that. you should be able to find a way to get new people coming to you. You get new people coming to you, and then also find a way to get returning customers be happy to shop with you more than once and refer you to their old friends. So you gotta think about what kind of content can you be posting that will help you to increase the rate of retention. So, for example, let's say you are mainly selling beads, okay? Let's say you're actually mainly selling African beads, like the ones that are very thin, that are really ideal for the waist. So you may want to send out a video as an email to all the people that bought a particular type of beads, and then in that video show them how they can actually put it together and tie it around the waist. Now, what does that do? It shows that you actually care about your customers. It shows that you not just sold an item and just ran away, but you're actually attempting to make sure they're happy with the item, they know what to do, and you also make yourself a little bit more available to be asked questions to be spoken to, and just kind of to make any inquiry in case they might have some. Sometimes people may have inquiries, but because they don't know how you're going to react, they don't ask anything. Okay, so it's very, very important to make sure you do have a plan to improve your customer retention. Make sure you're creating more returning customers. Your social media goal for that particular item will actually be consumer, because you're mainly focusing on people that have already opened their wallet, people that have gone through the whole sales funnel and they felt comfortable to open the wallet to come and buy your items. And remember, moving forward with your business, you should always be aiming to create to improve the lifetime value of your customer than focusing on new customers, new leads that take a lot more time to turn into sales, and they may also be expensive to acquire in the first place. Personally, I mainly get leads through Facebook ads, also through Instagram as well. So I'm mainly using Facebook and Instagram because I find it a lot more easy to use. But I know people that also use TikTok, which I heard that it can actually produce amazing results. Once you're able to with a TikTok creator and the user can come to an agreement, they're able to create content that goes really viral, and the more viral it goes, the more people it reaches. Now, I think the downside is that sometimes if you have a particular content going viral, it may not actually be relatable to other people that are actually watching it. So maybe viral in the wrong community. And when that happens, you just cannot do much about it. But in other circumstances, it's very good because most times it will go viral among the right type of person. There'll be people that look like the person in that particular video, and they'll be more willing to maybe try to copy what they're doing, or try to wear what they're wearing, or try to get what they're getting, and that kind of stuff. Because again, we're human beings, and by nature, we want to belong to a bigger community. So we don't always want to, by nature, we kind of all act like ships, okay? So what that means is that whatever A is doing, people's doing as well without thinking too much. It's not good. I do think it's kind of dumb, but again, that's kind of really how human nature is. Now, what you can do as an e-commerce owner to use that at your own advantage, okay? So that's why people are using a lot of TikTok creators, Instagram creators, YouTubers, okay? Anybody that has a big following or is able to create viral videos, and they're able to actually push your product further, they'll be ideal entry marketing channels for your own business. An entry marketing channel is going to help you to improve visibility of your business, okay? And to potentially allow new leads, new ideal customers, okay, new ideal target audiences to get to know you, come towards you, and then start mingling with your brand. All right. So very quick recap. When it comes to you looking into planning your social media strategy, you want to make sure you're being very intentional. Every action, everything that you do, planning, execution, knowing the when, knowing the how, knowing the what, knowing what you're going to be creating, knowing how you're going to create your content, how you're going to schedule it, how you're going to make it visible. It needs to all go written down in that social media strategy. Now, when I create my own strategy, I make sure I'm creating a table with 4 different rows. So at the top left hand side, I like to write in there my business objective, followed by the social media goal, the metrics, and the content idea. So there's mainly 4 different types of social media goals that keep in mind: awareness, engagement, retention of customers, and driving sales and consumers. So conversion, basically. Conversion is really all about you making sure they're able to convert a potential visitor on your website into a buyer. So again, it depends on what exactly you decide to it depends on what kind of conversion you want to use for your own business. I've seen people, there's a lot of sun right now and it's actually getting to my eyes, but I've seen people using as a conversion how many people they're able to get into the email list. I've seen people as a conversion use how many people they can get as followers on Instagram. I've seen people use as a conversion different type of different type of objects. Okay, so it's kind of really totally up to you, but my favorite conversion is obviously purchases, sales, revenue, because that's really what I need to push my business forward, and that's what I believe you would need as well to push your own business forward. But again, also looking into how many people you have in your email list, it helps you to get a much bigger image of what is working within your business. If you're able to actually get people interested onto your freebie, if you have any, onto your discount code or a quit, that's what you use it for you to get new people to onto your business. And when you're looking into your sales funnel, you're able to understand if you're able to get more people from the very beginning into your very first email list, that you can start emailing to them. Okay, making sure they're getting about your brand, making sure they feel comfortable to buy from you until they are ready, just gonna go ahead and make a purchase. But just kind of know that you having different conversion points from the purchase, it only helps you to plan how many more sales, how much more revenue you can have within a certain amount of time, which again is very positive. I'm all about planning, scheduling, looking at trends, what is working, what is not working, what can I do to push it forward. I'm very analytical like that, and I love being the kind of person because it really helps me to actually forecast what's gonna happen within my business. And if it doesn't happen, I just know I've got a new challenge to try to beat, and then making sure we are able to get to that stage. Okay, cool. All right, so if you guys love this video, please put some thumbs up, share the video, okay? And I'm going to make sure I go back to post at least once a video a week. Wish me luck. And see you on my next video, guys. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.